Hey everyone, it's Kim Barnes-Jefferson here, and today I want to talk about cravings. And so many people think about what's the number one question that you get, and I'd say in my top 10, the question is always about cravings. Like, how do you crush them, willpower, all that good stuff. So let's just hop in and get started. So one of the biggest things I find about cravings is cravings fall into two categories: habitual, or it's true craving. And I find that I want you to think about a craving as your body being like, I need something. Now, I know some of you are like, yeah, my body's like, I need a glass of wine, I need some chocolate. No, your body is saying it needs some other nutrient that it's not getting. So let me just back this up. So when I talk about cravings, and I said it's either habitual or it's either your body signaling you that you need something. So for example, if you don't drink a lot of water, you may have heard this before, but thirst can mask itself as hunger. And it's just, that's what our body is signaling, that it needs something. But we're so in tune with just putting food in our mouth that we don't think, oh, maybe I might be thirsty. So I always say, the questions I always ask people are like, I'm always hungry, I have cravings. I always like, well, how much are you drinking? And, typically I tell people, you really should drink a gallon of water a day. And so many people freak out. They're like, oh my God, a gallon of water, that's a lot. I'll be being blah, 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 blah. So, okay, I'm not going to stick with you with a gallon. I'm going to say, just track what your water is doing. Track your water. Track what you're drinking. Track the amount of water that you truly are drinking. And then you can determine if it is truly you are being dehydrated. Also, this might be a little TMI, but look at your pee. If your pee is the color of lemonade, you're hydrated. If your pee is darker, then you're not hydrated and you need to drink some more water, okay? Now some people are like, I don't like water. You can easily get water through water-based fruit or water-based vegetables. I'm not a big fan of drinking too much seltzer water because that causes you to bloat a little bit. Also, there's studies about it taking away your bone density. So the jury's still out on that. So that's one way, you're feeling thirsty. The other craving that a lot of people get is if they don't eat in a regular time. So that if they go too long between meals, they start to crave. And basically, you call it hangry, anything like that. So figure out, and again, this comes down to you. I know it sucks, but you have to write down what's going on with you. So write down when you ate last. So if you ate again at, say, noon, and then it's like 6 o'clock at night, and you're like, oh my God, I could eat, my sofa. You went too long between meals. And when you go too long between meals, hey Jody, how you doing? When you go too long between meals, you get hangry and you could eat anything. I know when I go too long between meals, I'm a raving bitch. And I'm surprised that anyone who has been around me when I'm hangry hasn't killed me, because I'm worthy of killing. Because when I get so hungry, I can't focus, I can't think. So when you start to crave, think about like, wow, you know what? I can only go X number of hours between meals, and then I get a little crazy, and then I can eat anything I want. I can eat anything. And that's when usually, if we all kind of fall in two categories of our cravings. We're either a savory craver or we're a sweet craver. And when you get into that point where the point of no return, there's no willpower on earth. Like it's freaking kryptonite. Like you can't expect willpower when you get that hungry. The other thing with cravings, a lot of it is habitual. You come home from work and you walk in the door and you immediately go and you grab blah, whatever your blah is. I know for me, back in the day, my husband and I, we'd come home from work and immediately I'd go in the refrigerator and I would pull out some cheese, pull out some crackers, and he and I would be standing in our kitchen, not sitting down, standing in our kitchen, talking about our day. And next thing you know, oh wow, a whole block of cheese. How'd that happen? How'd the block of cheese just disappear? Or we'd have peanuts, and literally we'd be standing there shelling peanuts talking to each other, and next thing you know, the whole bag of peanuts is gone, and we still didn't have dinner. And that's, those are habits that happen all the time. Hey, Joni, those are habits. I have one of my clients, her habit was air popcorn. Like, she had to, after she put her kids to bed, had to have air popcorn. Now, is that a bad thing? No. But if I told her, hey, if you pulled it out, could you do it? It literally, she thought I told her to give up her kid, because she was like, oh, but I like it, I enjoy it. It's not, habits aren't bad, but you have to look at it in the overall scheme of your life. If you're trying to lose weight, I'm gonna look at all the things that you're putting in your mouth, and I'm gonna start removing things that aren't really serving you. Now, is air popcorn like a big thing? No, but if she was having like bean dip every night, like, yeah, that's something that you wanna pull out of your diet. And when it comes to cravings, it's really you listening to your body and understanding what's going on, trying to figure out, like, am I dehydrated? Am I trying to avoid something? Is this like something emotional? Like, am I feeling angry? Am I feeling, am I feeling sad? Like, am I trying to avoid something? Am I procrastinating? I know I work from home, so it's really easy to walk down the stairs and go in the kitchen when I don't want to write a freaking blog post. So, before you go into that whole food downward spiral, really think about exactly, Jody. Like, it's when I have to procrastinate, that's when I get the hungriest, and I'm like, oh, what can I have? What can I eat? So yeah, totally. So, think about it. Like, we all kind of fall into our patterns, and I'm just trying to give this to you as a pattern interruption, because it's so easy just to mindlessly churn through our day. And sometimes cravings aren't true cravings. It's if you kind of checked in with yourself, your body tells you everything you need. Like, we are, such a good blueprint. And I know that it's a painful process, but if you think about doctors, if you go to the doctor and you say you have a pain, and the doctor's going to be like, okay, where's that pain? And then, exactly, Joan, it's all about forming new habits. And the doctor says, where's that pain? You can't be like, well, I have a pain. Okay, well, where's that pain? Like, you have to be specific, and the more specific and the more you drill down to your doctor, the more he's able to help you. So the same thing comes with your cravings. If you say, okay, this time of day I get a craving, and then, what has happened in that day? For me, I've narrowed it down to my cravings is that there are two things that set me off when I eat them. A banana. If I have a banana in the morning, I lose my shit. I am craving sugar all day long. A freaking banana. I can't have them. It just causes me to crave sugar. So those are things that took me a long time to figure out what causes me to crave. The other thing that I really can't have is eggs. If I have egg whites, I can have whole eggs, but if I just have egg whites and some vegetables, my body is like, so what's next? And I'm starving all day and I'm looking for food. So those are two things that it took me a bit to figure out, but I had to play a detective. I had to be like, the Pink Panther, and I had to figure out what were those things that set me up. And that's like first thing in the day. So if I'm having eggs in the morning, I got 12 hours to like lose my shit. And that sucks. So now I know, like, I don't have eggs and I don't have bananas. Not because of anything, I'm not on a diet, I'm not, avoiding them. It's just, for me, they don't work. So I always ask people when they pull things out of their diet. So, you have people who pull out wheat, you have people who don't do gluten, you don't have people who don't do dairy. Like, I ask, do you know specifically that is your problem? Because I can nail it down specifically, bananas and egg whites. I don't eat them, or if I do eat them, I know that I need to make sure I'm having a nice big meal so I'm not snowballing into my cravings. Now, for the last few moments, I'm going to talk about us ladies during that time of the month. And so many people will say, oh my God, during that time of the month, I crave. Personally, there's two buckets that you fall into. I do believe that our hormonal shifts do happen and cause us to have a lot of different feelings and a lot of different emotions, and sometimes it's self-soothing. but sometimes there is true cravings. And so what I say to people is one of the best ways to like get through that time of the month without you going like head first into a bag of cheese doodles is unsweetened cocoa and whole milk, or coconut milk or almond milk, but mix that together, put in whatever your sweetener is. You know, you can use stevia, you can use honey, and that's a nice way to cut that craving. The other way to cut a craving is I also recommend using BCAAs, and find BCAAs that don't have a lot of crap in them, and you have that with some water, and that's the BCAAs kind of help like get the serotonin going and help you feel good. That's the same thing with the chocolate. The chocolate helps get you going, and also like having something nice and warm, it's soothing. It's like a hug on the inside. So that's all I got on cravings. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna talk about disordered eating. And oh, my good friend Melissa and Kathy are on the line. I love it, I love it, I love it. So any more questions that you guys possibly have about cravings, absolutely leave me some comments below and I'll hop in and I'll answer those questions. I'll also put in there, I have like a craving action guide if you guys want to learn more about it. Oh, Patty and Martha, oh my God, I feel so popular today. All right, so you guys, it's been amazing. But yeah, every day I'm doing a challenge on myself. Every day, 4 o'clock, I'm gonna be talking about health, fitness, anything you guys wanna talk about. I'm inviting you guys into my living room. So have an amazing Sunday. Talk to you guys soon.